The Berserker. First up, some facts about him. He has a 50% chance for an immediate additional attack every turn. This can stack, which means you could theoretically have 10 attacks going through in just one turn. HP and armor stats are pretty much exactly like the scout. He just has one warrior weapon and no shield. And as the patch notes also say, Berserkers don't believe in magic, so mages deal twice the damage against him. The battle mage also should have that buff against him, but I am not for 100% sure about that. So basically the Berserker is a scout without the ability to dodge, but instead he has a chance to have an additional attack. Now let's look at his damage output. First up, I'm going to compare his average damage, which he deals every round, to the other classes without regarding the chance of a critical hit, to properly demonstrate his damage potential. The weapon of a scout deals from 20 to 25% and the weapon of a mage 100% more damage than the weapon of a warrior. The Berserker is somewhat in between with his passive ability. His base attack deals 100% damage plus the 50% chance of hitting a second attack, which equals in him being able to deal more damage than a warrior and a scout. It is easily visible that the Berserker is damage wise not that bad, but now let's get to the next important point. Defensive values. He pretty much doesn't have much to defend himself. No shield, no dodge, and mediocre health points and armor values. Additional, as already mentioned, mages deal twice the damage to him, which in my opinion is kind of an overkill by the developers. Is it worth playing him? You want the short answer? No! It is a very RNG based character, because if you're lucky you could of course hit the enemy 5 times in one turn and win the fight, as you can also see in that battle. I know, that's epic. But on average, it just isn't worth to play this class. He pretty much got no defense, and damage wise, he is just slightly outstanding. If there wasn't that thing with the increased damage output for the mages against him, I would certainly have said that he would be perfect against mages. In the current state of this class, he has barely any chance against mages. Scouts and assassins are also a huge problem for him. I guess he would be pretty equal to a warrior, but even against this class he would still have a problem due to the lack of defensive stats. Hopefully the developers are going to slightly buff him. Just slightly. Berserker. Purely because he's a half-naked alpha male, he's being discriminated by me.
Okay, now let's get some positivity in here. So I will now list 2 good things about him, because quite frankly I don't want to sound sexist towards alpha males.
It is pretty satisfying seeing him just hit 5 attacks in a row and the enemy just instantly going down. And the animation when he's able to land more than one attack is truly a pleasant experience too. That's so hot. Wait. By the way, I am giving away that account, which is on the international server 31. So if someone is interested, just ask. And also if you have some questions, about the game, just put them down in the comments or message me on Twitter or something like that. See you next week or something. I hope you're gonna be around. Goodbye.
That's the only time I really find peace. This is grown man business, recognize the tone.